Hey everybody, DJ Johnny here with Tom Productions. In our vendor spotlight, we're going to be spotlighting Strong Bartending. They are a premier bartending service here in Edmonton and a fantastic addition to your next event. We're going to be talking to Tyrone, so let's hop in the interview right away. Tyrone, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about Strong Bartending. Why should a client hire Strong Bartending?
Well, I'd say the biggest thing that kind of separates us from essentially anywhere or anybody or anything is just our people. They know that the better the company does, the more shifts they get, the more fun they have, the more fun the clients have, all of it together, right?
Absolutely.
And so it kind of just packages itself up really well in the sense that they're happy to work for us, and that's just the mindset we like to go forward with.
So if I were to pick one thing that you absolutely love about bartending, what is that?
Just the amount of people you talk to every night. The way I like to bartend and the way all of our staff, because of that love to bartend, is we like every conversation we're having. We want to find out a little bit about that person so that we can find the right drink for them, so that they walk away not just with a drink in their hand, but the right drink in their hand. And then they want to come back to the bar. So yeah, I mean, that's probably my favorite part about bartending, would be the fact that every person that comes up is a new interaction, a new person that you get to speak to, a new smile you get to put on somebody's face.
So how do you really set a balance between, being the friendly bartender and at the same time, being the productive bartender?
Well, I think that comes down to multitasking, essentially. They're coming up, you're asking them how they're doing, and then from there, you're making the drink while you're having that conversation, right? You're grabbing the bottle, you're pouring the drink, and that also shows them that you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
If you ask them for the drink and then your head is down and you're not talking to them, like, I'm probably not going to come back to you again, to be honest.
I gotta tell you, almost every single event that I've ever attended where it had any of your staff at it, they were incredibly pleasant to deal with. And it's not so much about the fact that they were talkative or they smiled or so forth, but they genuinely showed interest in serving you. During one of our talks, there was a specific quote that you told me that I actually really liked. And you said that this is kind of the way that we feel about the business and we feel about our clients. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so that's a famous quote, Richard Branson, owner of Virgin, and he says that essentially clients do not come first, employees come first. If you take care of your employees, they will take care of your clients. So in a roundabout way, your clients are still coming first, but the medium through which you do that is essentially by taking care of your employees and making sure that they are the happiest they can be. If you pass that value and that happiness on to them, they're going to pass it right on to every single client they talk to.
Now, if I'm having a dry event, does it make sense for me to hire a bartender, a mixologist to come out to my event, or should I just basically use whatever's there?
What I would do is I would have a bartender. Think of a kid at a Denny's. What does he order? He probably orders a Shirley Temple. And even there, that is the most basic mocktail in a sense. So you're providing your guests with that elevation of a bar.
Yeah.
But now instead they have something that looks cool, they can talk about it, they can drink something that tastes a bit different. It's going to create a unique feel, especially to a dry wedding where people aren't expecting to have that elevated level of product, right?
Yeah, this visual looks really, really good right now, and I'm actually waiting for you to make me a drink here. So I'm gonna step out here and let you kind of get to work.
Okay,
all right,
perfect,
cool.
Thanks. Okay, so today we're making an old fashioned. It's created in 1881 in a place called Louisville, Kentucky, at I believe it's the Pendennis Club. And honestly, this is one of my favorite cocktails. It's so easy to have the ingredients at home. All you need is bourbon, simple syrup, or sugar and water, essentially, and a little bit of bitters. Now, traditionally, the bitters that would be used is the Angostura bitters, and you would usually put some sort of orange rind or orange wheel in there just to get a little bit of aromas and things like that. And traditionally, what they would do is they take the orange and they rub it around the top of the glass. And so what that does is the orange oils comes down onto the glass, and then you get it on your fingers, and then you start touching your face, and all of a sudden you have this orange smell. What we're gonna do, nice and simple, take a little bit of ice here. Now this is the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. It's probably my favorite bourbon. It is just so smooth. Now I'll take 2 ounces of that. gonna do 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. And this is kind of the key to the strong bartending old fashioned, is the simple syrup. Now, 1/2 ounce of that is essentially 1 sugar cube. Now, if you use a sugar cube, you're gonna get a little bit of separation when you're finished the drink, and you're gonna have the sugar on the bottom, and then you're gonna have alcohol on the top, and it's not gonna make for a smooth beverage. Now, if you use the pre-diluted sugar, you're gonna get a nice sweet drink all the way through. Now, the last ingredient I like to put in is token bitters. So this is the local Edmonton company I was speaking about, all natural ingredients, all Edmonton made. This one is called Strathcona Orange, so it is very, very Edmonton, very Yag, and very local. So we're gonna use 3 to 4 dashes of bitters, and this is completely up to you how much flavor you like to put in there. And a dash is just 1 eyedropper, and you're filling it up and put it in there. Now, give that a little stir. And this is another key to an old fashioned as well. So when you're stirring a drink, you're mixing it, you're chilling the drink, as opposed to shaking it. When you shake a drink, you're creating very, very tiny little air bubbles in there that are gonna make it very fizzy on your mouth, even though you can't really tell it. So when you're stirring a drink, you actually get a velvetier and smoother drink that you get to drink out of. Now, another staple or classic old-fashioned signature is the King Cube, which is a large cube, and that's just, of course, to chill the drink. But the reason we use the larger cube is so that it chills faster and melts slower due to the surface area. There you go.